Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. As I told you, this is kind of a special show, one that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've been a member of the Southeastern Outdoor Press Association since April of 1988. And that's a long time to be a part. That was as soon as Henry Reynolds finally retired as a commercial appeal outdoor editor, and I got the job quickly. One of the first things I did was join CIOPA, as we lovingly call it. And I said, let's do a show about CIOPA, and what better time to do one than CIOPA is coming to our radio audience location next week. And we've talked about Ron and his participation and eagerly awaiting the start of the conference. And we're going to roll off some guests on today's show that many of you will be familiar with because of their regular jobs. But at the same time, you'll find out about their love of the Southeastern Outdoor Press Association. And one of the first people we're going to start right out with is that a man that's really part of this conference team, and we've been hooked in with Bill Cooksey. Hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you, Larry?
We're doing great. Thanks for joining us in on this conversation. We kick off CIOPA, but we're gonna get your thoughts in just a minute. But we're gonna hook in right now because he is the first vice president. I don't mean that's the first one ever. I mean, that's his title, okay?
He's big time.
Yeah, he's old if he's the first one. I'll tell you that right. And I know he's not as old as I am. He's just a pup. But who isn't as old as I am? Even Ron, okay? But,
that's right.
Thanks, Ron. Oh, my goodness. There goes Ron again. I wish he quit drinking. Bring your saxophone instead of that drum, okay?
I'm going to do that.
He is the first vice president of the Southeastern Outdoor Press Association, and that's our good friend Kevin Tate. Good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, sir. Thanks for having me on. This is such a great way to kick off the weekend.
It is, and I know with Ron in the studio with me and Bill on the other line. And, Bill, I know Ron has talked about CIOPA. Before we talk to Kevin a little bit about it, why don't you, from your perspective as being part of Vanishing Paradise, as a spokesman for an organization that means so much to all of us, why don't you tell Kevin, what does CIOPA mean to you, Bill?
Well, CIOPA is such a great organization, both in my time in manufacturing and now, in the conservation world, to have a group of outstanding media professionals who you can call on at any time with, whether it's press releases or news or products or just ideas to bounce them off of. It's a unique tool for anyone in the outdoor industry, and I'm always amazed at the companies and organizations who don't avail themselves of it.
Yeah.
It's also a great service to the public.
Well, I know Kevin has a regular job. We know that. In fact, he's got two jobs. He's got almost as many jobs as I do, I think, sometimes. But
he keeps me out of trouble.
Yeah, he does. He is the vice president of media productions for our good friends at Mossy Oak in West Point, Mississippi. But this conference, Kevin, as the first vice president, you had to do a little legwork here, didn't you?
Well, as first vice president, the standard job for that officer role is to be conference chairman.
That's right.
And so I've gotten to do the fun parts of putting this together. All the real work is done by our executive director, Lisa Snuggs. She and her team put it together and pull all of the actual heavy labor, but I get to do the fun things like figure out what sessions should be and line up speakers and all of that, and it's just a real pleasure. Being part of CIOPA has been something that's been integral to my job at Mossy Oak since I came to work here almost 20 years ago now. The outdoor writers and the outdoor media community back in the mid-'80s were just instrumental to Mossy Oak getting started. And
I know.
It's something that we've made a great deal of effort and put a lot of emphasis on maintaining through the years.
Well, I know you've got my first story probably somewhere in some closet down there that I did when you fledgling company was started way back then. But always had a real heart for Mossy Oak and all the great guys down there. And from your point, and as Bill and Ron listen in, what does this conference mean for? I know where you live and other things. What does this conference mean for Oxford and the surrounding area?
Well, it's a great chance to bring my friends who are also our colleagues in from around the country to see what the very best of what the South can be presented in an outdoor setting that way. And it's something that I've been looking forward to ever since I saw where this conference location and my turn putting the conference together would converge. It'll be good for the community. It'll be good for just visibility of what all there is to see and do in the outdoors there, and it'll really shine a lot of light on some really very special organizations.
And I know, Ron, as you listen to Kevin talk about that, your car, you get in it and it just heads to Oxford automatically, I think, most of the time.
It's about an hour and 15 minutes from Memphis, but, when we talk about Mossy Oak, too, I mean, they're right down the road from Oxford also. It's just a very short drive from West Point. And
it gives, Bill, I know you've been in this chair before, and you've sat here with us as a co-host, and, I've been to Punta Gorda. I've been all over, Fort Smith, Springfield, you name it. I've been to most of the conferences, and I'm already looking forward to next year. But this one, to me, and Bill, you can comment as Kevin listens. A lot of folks might not understand. They're going to really be get to know Oxford up close and personal, and you know what a great outdoors venue that's going to be, don't you, Bill?
Oh man, Larry, it's perfect for SEOPA.
Yes.
Oxford, of course, we all know it's grown a ton over the last 15 to 20 years, but it still has that small southern town feel and appeal. You're close to so many outdoor opportunities. You're close to two great SEC campuses.
Yeah.
There's so much to offer there for everyone. It's going to be a great time. Obviously, it's always great for us when we can jump in our car and go to a conference like this.
Yeah.
We don't have to even worry about what to pack. You just throw it all in the truck and go. But,
yes, truck is right.
Oxford's one of those places you enjoy going no matter what. When it's going to be with a bunch of friends like SEOPA, that's icing on the cake.
And, Kevin, I know you make it sound like it was so easy. Talk about some of these speakers, because and some of the things putting it together. There's still that you got to ask people to do certain things, and I know SEOPA is always it's not only a way to showcase Oxford, but Kevin, and you know this better than anybody, it's a way for us, even us old-timers, to learn. I've always loved that about SEOPA.
We are going to kick things off with a set of roundtables
that
will really help everyone, no matter their experience level, fine-tune their craft. We're going to have some people talking in a sort of a informal setting about social media.
I can't wait.
Content.
Yeah.
We're going to brush up our grammar. We're going to see how to make the most of Facebook and Instagram. And then my good friend KJ Houtman and I are going to host a table talking about how to make the most of conference. For us, SEOPA is our professional organization, and it's where we gather to share ideas. But it's something that has always been very special to me, not just as an organization, but as an introduction to people that I've admired and looked up to even before I was in the outdoor media myself. And it's really, the conference itself is one of the great outstanding values of being a member. We're gonna talk about firearm writing opportunities. I've got the original J. Wayne Fears coming to do a Dutch oven cooking session.
Yeah, that's a great
wow.
one. Yeah.
My friends at Square Books.
Yes.
And I am an independent bookstore aficionado, and being able to have people from Square Books and that wonderful organization come talk to us about marketing self-published books and discovering hidden gems of rare book opportunities it's really a thrill for me to get to do that. Woven throughout all of this, of course, is the fabric of Oxford and the Deep South itself, and it would be a crime to come do this without touching on Faulkner.
Yes,
so
Ron's mentioned that. Yeah,
I've got the the great Mississippi actor John Maxwell lined up to do his one-man play.
What a
on
show!
Faulkner, Do You Right?
Yes,
and that'll be a keynote performance that starts things off. And we're going to wrap the whole conference up Saturday at McAvoy Range, which, if you haven't been to that, and you're anywhere within reach of Sardis, you've got to go. It's a wonderful, great new shooting facility that whatever you like to do shooting-wise, they may have the best opportunity for it that you've ever encountered. And it's all right there near Sardis, easily accessed from the interstate. Of course, all of this will be carried on surrounded by the wonderful hospitality of Oxford and the people there, and I'm just really, really looking forward to it.
Well, being from the shooting part of this, I know Bill, I have visited the new facility. Bill, have you had a chance to see that new place?
I have not. I have not.
You need to see it.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you need to see it because it's an amazing facility that the state put together. And once again, it's going to showcase that. You're going to go to Wild Kennels. You're going to get to see some things that's going out there that those folks have been doing it for a real long time. And Kevin,
yes,
I really like the setup. It looks great. I know that you spend months and months on this, and you knew when they said, "Hey, Kevin, would you be our this?" that you were going to get this someday. So I mean, you've had time to think about this, okay?
I have. I've been involved in other outdoor rider groups.
Yes.
And I've actually pulled this exact tour of duty 2 other times with a different group. So I have some experience.
Bless your heart.
The pitfalls and standing over it, making it happen. But honestly, getting to do this one in Oxford, in my home state, with the wonderful programs we have, it's been the easiest and best to put together, and fingers crossed. I really hope that it comes off as well as it sets up to go, and there's no reason it should not.
It's going to.
There's no doubt about how successful it's going to be.
We got to take a break. Kevin, thank you, buddy. I know you had to get permission to do this from your wife just to take part in this, so we want to salute her and everything. I look forward to seeing all y'all down there. Bill, thanks for dropping in, and we're going to talk to some of these guys again on next week's show. Just kind of wrap it up and everything. But, Kevin, I'll see you down at Oxford. Okay, buddy?
It's been my pleasure. Thank y'all so much for having me on.
Bill, thank you, buddy. You stay safe, okay?
Thank you. We'll see y'all next week.
All right, buddy. We'll see you. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray.